not bring players in? Like, do you think we fast tracked ourselves and we put ourselves in that position where we are now?
Yeah, we fast tracked ourselves because we sat on our laurels for the few years prior. Like, why did it take us 3 seasons to get rid of Ndombele? Why have we still got Reguilon at the club when the last two managers haven't wanted him? Like, there's so many players that we took so long to get rid of that we've left ourselves in a situation where we have fast tracked it and maybe to the detriment of the current playing squad. I they're trying to get to the right place, but they're trying to get to the right place because they've made so many mistakes over the last few years. Where if they had just done this not as intense under Poch, Poch was only asking for a few signings and for a few players to head out. If they had just put their hand in their pocket and done then, they probably would have saved themselves millions, and we would have been in a much better position than we are now.
We are linked. No, we're not linked. We're not linked. Sorry, let me start again. Bayern Munich and Mathys Tel have come to agreement, and Mathys Tel's asked to leave Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich have accepted. Now, there are a few clubs, Chelsea being one of them, are looking at this player. Um, However, Mathys Tel did reject Chelsea early in the window because he felt that he wouldn't get enough game time, and that's the whole reason why he's moving away from Bayern Munich. Obviously, Chelsea have a plethora, a number of wingers in both sides. You've got Neto, who we were linked with, Chelsea got in the end, on that right wing with Madueke, and then on the left wing they've got I forget now, mine's gone blank. They've got who's on the left? Sancho, obviously. They've got Mudrik, and they've also got Yao Felix. I don't know if you could call him winger, but also Neto can also play left wing also. But Matthias Tel's been linked with a few Premier League clubs, but they're saying it's unknown who the Premier League clubs are. I'm just throwing it out there. I don't know.
I'd
Could
I'd
we?
sign I'd sign him tomorrow. Like he's the perfect kind of player where he suits the club's narrative of buying a young player who can exponentially grow in value and ability, but
I'll get your
also
thoughts in a second. I'll get your thoughts in a second. I'll get everyone's thoughts, in fact.
yeah,
But yeah, you're right. Matthias Tell is another young player. I know. We did see him play live in the flesh because we did
yeah.
play Bayern Munich twice, and
That's
we
what I was
did
going to
have
say.
to play.
Actually, he's a player that is young and is going to be better in the future, but he's also better than what we have now. Like he improves us
So,
now as well as improving us in the future.
so Matthias Tell is 19 years old, and I know people are thinking again, we're going for another young player, Dribbling again, 19, la la la. 1 foot 183 centimeters. So he's basically 6 foot what 162.
Yeah, that's
Left
6 foot.
winger, French under 21. They value him on transfer market at 30 million. Take of that or what you will. He can be done on a loan deal, so we can get him on a loan, which the club always looking for opportunities. That's why they leave it so late in the January window to get any business done. Um, with this, also he plays. Let me go back a bit. Oops. He plays on the left wing. His predominant position is on the left wing, but he can play centre forward and he can play on the right wing, as it's shown on there. And he's played that for the academy and he's played it for France as well, under 21s in that position. His heat map will show predominantly he plays on the left. Here is his formation. He's played in the 4-2-3-1 at Bayern Munich as well, so he would know the system if needed to come in for any manager that is there, whether it's Ange or not. As you can see, his heat map hasn't played too many games. I think he played 8 games, but he's only started 2 because they've got quite a few wingers in that position. Sane being one of them, Elise being one of them. So it's quite hard. I know they're on the right hand side. On the left hand side, they've got Gnabry, I know, and they've got a few other wingers like Coleman, etc. The list goes on. They've got loads of wingers basically. But yeah, heat map shows he can play right, left, and it's dotted in the area as well. If you look at some of his stats, the ones that jump out to me personally are his assists per 90 is in the 90th percentile, which is quite high, very high in fact. Pass completion, 94 percentile for an attacking midfielder slash winger. Successful take-ons are decent, 87 percentile, so not shy of 90 percentile or all the wingers. And the fact that he's 19 to be up there with like senior pros is quite good. First touch is decent, as you can see, and an aerial one. This is the one that stands out for me. Could be a weapon in the box. From what I've seen of him, I did a real quick video on this. Is a real quick video. From what I've seen, he reminds me of when he wins those balls in the air. He needs to work on his finesse and his accuracy, but he can remind me of, like, Cristiano Ronaldo used to run off the end of the back post and get those headers. He's that type of header of the ball. He hasn't quite refined it like Cristiano, but in terms of a weapon, he could be used as an aerial threat like that. If he's making a late run in the back post like a Johnson and someone's whipped a cross in, he could find the back post and for aerial threats there. But his headering does need work. But the fact that he does header shows that he's got a bit of minerals about him. Because if anyone has played football, to go up for a challenge and win the ball with your head, you need something about yourself. You need to have that heart to win those challenges. That's what I thought I'd mention, that aerial stat there. In the shots per 90, not bad. I've put against Madueke, Semenyo, Gordon. Obviously, he's a gunman. Adingra, Hudson-Odoi, shots per 90, he lets it off, so he's doing all right. And again, shots on target as well, decent. He's amongst good company here as well. We were linked to Hudson-Odoi as well, so that's why I thought I'd put it in. But yeah, here's some of his goals, some of his goal threats. And for me, the way I profile him, he's not a centre forward. He's not a number 9 where he can hold players off. He's more of a striker. Like we talk about Son. Son is a striker where he runs off. He's a wide forward. He comes into that kind of channel, and he almost like he runs off the centre forward. He runs off the centre forward, and then that's where he gets his goals. But here's his dynamic running. Here you can see him finish off the goal. Oh, his weaker foot here, his left foot, good finish. So players can't really pick up what type of finish he's going to do. It makes him a bit more unpredictable. Here he is, the backhand hitting into the back post, getting to the back stick in the right area. A lot of his finishes I've seen goes for power, a lot of power as opposed to finesse. But again, outside the box type of finishes here, rifles it in, good control finish there on his right foot there. But again, he's able to go on his weaker foot, power. It goes for power again, top bins. And I'm looking at what we have in terms of finishing for his age and his profile. I like his ability to shoot from distance and then inside the box as well. Here he is stuff by himself.
Yeah,
So
he's only 19. He has much to improve. So I
yeah, yeah,
tell. Yeah,
he's got, yeah, I 100%. Especially if he weren't to be a focal point number 9, he's got a lot to improve. But if he's playing as a striker off a centre forward, like off a Solanke, he could be used in the system quite well. I think, in my opinion, depending on what manager we use, or even under this current manager, if we use him coming off the wing and attacking that box, he could be quite deadly. Successful take-ons. Again, he hasn't played a lot of games, so there's not a lot of data off I could reel off. So it's just 50% there. In the English league, could he get found out in terms of his dribbling? I'm not sure. When I did look at the stats, when I looked at some of the numbers, he's good 1v1, but 2v1, like a Saka, or a 2v1 versus like a Madueke, he's not as strong. So I think he needs to work on his physicality, in my opinion. But his dribbling's not to be laughed at. He's a good dribbler. He's a person that can hold it up, decent, good switch of play there, good range of passing, look, good feet, good quick feet. He's able to get to the byline. First touch, brilliant. Gets it out of his feet, attacks the channels. Again, not bad in possession. Able to find players.
good
This
job.
is yeah, better than Johnson. Better than Johnson. Here he is on the wide again. Quick feet, left foot, right foot, a bit unpredictable. Able to go, use his pace, blast down that side, down the wing. Here he is again, defending here, getting a good block. So he's got defensive attributes as well. There is a good good cross on the right hand side, finding a teammate. Again, holding off the ball, being tricky, being clever, just protecting the ball. There he is on the outside, getting that ball, winning it back. But yeah, there he is, just again winning that ball. So he's got good defensive attributes. That's one thing I like about it. He's not just going to be resting on his laurels. Wins the ball back in the midfield and then's on the attack. Then goes into the channel, finds that player, gets his head up. Good, nice little pass there as well. It's not just about him with dribbling with the ball at his feet. He's also able to find a pass and pick out a teammate, which is also useful. There he is again for France and the 21s, winning the ball back in the channels again. getting onto the right foot, taking his man on, and that's what you want to see. Shifting one way, then the other way, and he's got a decent cross on him. Good finesse, good weight of pass, good weight of cross. Can hang it up in the air as well if need be. And I think that's impressive for his age as well. There he is, getting a little spin on a half turn inside the box, gets a little link up play here, little 1-2 on the outside. Here he is again, finding his teammate under pressure, keeps it nice and calm on a half turn, gets into that channel right through the middle. Here he is, stepping over the ball and then cutting inside again. Look, cuts inside. It's got a bit of trickery about him. He's able to stand the player up and keep possession.
And I remember him during the Olympics for the French team, the
Yeah.
young team. Yeah, he's 19 years old, and to do this,